what's up? So I'm gonna make a short video going over the shamans. This is my shaman. His name's Donovar. He's not max level yet, but he'll serve a good purpose for the tutorial at least. So basically gonna go over the different specializations, kind of how they work. Kind of get a good feel for them. I'll start with elemental. So elemental is going to be a caster. You can kind of read it there. Spellcaster who harnesses the destructive forces of nature and the elements. So all the three shamans can use the elements in some form or fashion. So elemental shamans specialize in fire mostly. They use lightning attacks also, but they use a lot of lava and fire attacks. You can even see that in their talents. You know, they have a lot of, see, they have ice attacks, they have lightning, wind, stuff. But on their ascendants, when it says turn into a flame ascendant, because that's kind of what they specialize in, is fire attacks. I don't have that yet, but so they play pretty simply. They have goodness. They have different things. They have shocks, which are just basically going to be quick, like instant cast spells. You just push it and it hits somebody, so you can see it. Hit him with a frost shock, hit him with a flame shock. There's these earth shock also, which I need more maelstrom for, but that's kind of comes and goes. So whenever you're playing, you can cast lightning attacks. You can cast chain lightning attacks. If you cast it on multiple targets, you'll see it branches out and hits multiple targets. So that's just a spell right here. So lightning is one target, does a lot of damage. Chain lightning is multiple targets, but it does significantly less damage. The thing that makes these guys really strong is their ability to flame shock, and then you cast lava burst. You can see I double casted there. So if you were noticing earlier, whenever I was just casting stuff, this proc will appear kind of on the outside of my person, and that makes it to where my next lava burst is going to be instant cast, which is really strong for a shaman. See, now here's another one. This is a proc that makes my next earth shock do some damage and stuff. So for the most part, they're pretty basic. So you just shoot lots and lots of elements at people, lots of fire mostly. In your downtime, you shoot lightning. Every once in a while, might shoot an earth attack, might shoot an ice attack. Just kind of how the shamans are. They control the elements, so they're kind of cool. They have some pretty interesting cooldowns. They're kind of hard to go over right now. They have this ability called Thunderstorm. Whenever you cast it, it summons lightning, and then all these targets, if they weren't dummies, would be knocked away from me. Like, they'd shoot in each direction, which is kind of cool. You can also summon totems around you, which gives you a whole bunch of buffs to make you cast better and stuff. So it's pretty easy to play, honestly. Really fun. And then they have also some pretty cool cooldowns. Like, you can turn into wolves and run faster. But you can also summon elementals. Big old long cooldowns, and they'll just fight shit for you. Yeah, it's pretty scary. So hopefully they'll stop soon, so I can switch. I'm in combat. You can't switch. Silly me. Whoopsies. Did I run far enough away? Will he stop? Mr. Elemental Man? Jesus. Anyway, so that's how Elemental works. They use... Actually, I don't even have the other shield equipped like I'm supposed to. But Enhancement is next. Enhancement is focused more on wind and lightning attacks. They do use a few fire attacks. They do use a few ice attacks. But they are not spellcasters. They are in your face, hit you in the head with hammers or axes or something. They dual wield, and I'll show you that now. So these guys are really fun to play. I actually like all three of these specs. They're all really fun. So elemental is a spellcaster. So enhancement is a melee brawler. So you're gonna get in their face and you attack stuff. So you can see you have a whole bunch of stuff down here. You have Frostbrand, which is an ice attack. You can do an ice attack. You have Boulder Fist. You can see you just kind of just wall up on. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just literally just sitting here and he's just eating shit. You have Boulder Fist, which is, you know, hits with a rock. You have Storm Strike, the lightning and wind attack. You have Lava Lash, lava fire attack. You have Frost Brand, basic fire attack. And you literally just spam these things just constantly. And you just keep hitting them with them. These 4 down here, you just keep pushing whatever button's available, you just push it. It's pretty, it's pretty fast paced, it's pretty fun. You feel like you're constantly doing something. They have some pretty interesting cooldowns. They can summon wolves to help them fight. These little spectral wolves, whatever, pretty cool. But honestly, you just kind of beat the shit out of stuff. Nice. They also have some totems. You can throw down a lightning totem that stuns things. You can slow stuff down. You can also turn into all 3 of them can turn into this wolf. So they're really, really very basic. Like the enhancement one's simpler than the elemental, just because there's less stuff you have to do, honestly. So. And the last one I'll show you is the restoration. So this is not going to be a damage dealer. This is going to be a healer. This is actually what I'm playing on this guy. This is what his best one is at the moment. So let me get my. Where's it? There we go. So restoration is you're not going to be doing a lot of damage. I actually still have this lava burst and flame shock. It carries over from the elemental tree. As you can see, I have a lot more stuff on my bar just because I have more spells, just because I've specialized in that. Hey, there's an elemental shaman. You can kind of watch what he's doing. He's shooting shit. You know, and you can see how far away he's attacking stuff. Like you stand really, 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 really far away. What the hell was that? With enhancement, you're gonna fight like about this range. You know, you're gonna get really close to him. With elemental, you can see he's shooting from really far away. Restoration is, you know, you're ranged also. You know, so I can shoot flame shock and the fire lava burst at this thing if I want to. You know, I still have lightning attacks. So I can do damage if I would need to, but most of the time you're not going to be doing damage, you're going to be healing stuff, you know. So I have different kinds of heals, you know, I'm just going to cast on this thing over here. You have a healing rain that you can put on the ground, anyone standing in it gets healed. I can summon healing totems. If you're standing next to these things, you get healed. I can do a big burst of healing, like that. And you can, obviously you notice that these healing shamans are very water-based. They have they use water to heal their targets. You have chain heals, which will bounce between targets. You'll see that kind of bounce. Heals lots of targets. Healing rain. Anyone standing here gets healed. Drop down a health thing. You know, there's lots and lots of healing. These I find them fun to play because I don't really like a lot of healers, and I find them pretty interesting. So, but honestly, they're not going to be, you know. Most people don't like playing healers. Right off the bat, you want to play a damage dealer just because they're more fun. But they are, yeah, it kind of goes through them. Lots of variety. I don't have the monks, so I can't really show how the monks play. Their Windwalker one, their damage dealing one, is very similar to enhancement. It's just a lot faster. You're like a much more nimble fighter and stuff, but you do use 2 weapons. Like you use your fist weapons and stuff. They have a healing one similar to restoration. And then they have a tank. They don't have a caster class. They have a tank instead. So the tank is just kind of a burly thing that doesn't take a lot of damage. It's like the drunken monk style is what it's kind of based on. But hope this was kind of helpful. You know, it's a. Well, that's kind of close. But you know, pretty fun stuff. You know, and as you play, you're gonna get the hang of it and see which ones you actually like playing more. Sometimes you might think that you might like the spellcaster one, and you end up thinking it sucks, and you want to play the melee one. Well, it's pretty easy. You just click on it and push activate, and you can play it. It's super simple. So that was helpful. See ya.